our view is always skewed one way or the other. The silly thing, and Daniel Kahneman speaks about this a lot in his work, that we think we believe something or even experience something in a certain way, when in reality, most of the time, we are thinking things, concluding things, experiencing things because of some previous thought experience. For example, I just heard this the other day, and this is crazy, and this is science. They did a study on this where a person gets into an elevator and another person gets into the elevator holding coffee. And they say, "Can you please hold my coffee? I have to tie my shoe." And then they take the coffee back, they leave the elevator. And then they ask the person who was the subject of the study, the person who was in the elevator, who was asked to hold the coffee, what they thought about that person who they met for only a few seconds. If the coffee was hot, then they have warm feelings towards that person. If the coffee was cold, they have negative feelings towards that person.
Interesting.
Which is, again, crazy.
The way the mind, right?
Right. So, and again, this is, at least in one study, scientifically proven that the heat or coolness of a drink that you were holding while you are asked to make an opinion about somebody completely skews you one way or the other. And this is just one of countless studies that hopefully make it very clear to every single one of us that our conclusions, our opinions are very subjective, if not completely so. Of course, again, most of us aren't crazy, so there's always a kernel of reality upon which it is based. But as a whole, our opinions are very, very subjective. And what's more important, subjective in ways that we can't even access. Right? The person in the elevator, if you ask them 1,000 times, why do you have such warm feelings with that person? They will never say, it's because I was holding a warm drink in my hand. Your view on life is that, which I really strongly recommend all of our listeners to adapt that view, to be very skeptical of our opinions, to be very skeptical of opinions that we've come about other people and certainly about the important relationships. Number one, be careful of your opinions. They are always extremely subjective. And more importantly, based on reasons you don't even know. Many of them completely unrelated to the facts. Second, that every person, every relationship has good and bad. And we've spoken about this in the past, but it's very much related to this idea. We choose what to focus on. When you meet somebody and you were asked to write down, if you were meeting somebody and you were asked to write down 10 negative things about them, you can come up with 10. And if you were asked to write 10 positive things about them, you can come up with 10. So why after a certain date, a person's so excited about this person? Is it because they think this person has zero faults? No. It's just that in their opinion, the good that they saw is so great, the negative can be pushed aside, not focused on.